Folks, welcome one and all to the world's fastest QuickBooks tutorial. My name is Matt Seamer. I'll be your guide today. And just so you know, I am a full-time professional bookkeeper, so I do know what I'm talking about and use QuickBooks every day. Today well, in 10 minutes, obviously you're not going to learn everything that there is to know about QuickBooks, but I do want to give you a taste of what this great program can do for you and your company, as well as get you some hands-on experience with how to use the program. So with that in mind, we are going to start from scratch. Now, if you already do have a QuickBooks company started, just bear with me and watch for a couple minutes as I get those of you that don't have any companies up and running. As you can see, I've already got this. This is QuickBooks right here. I'm running QuickBooks Pro 2006, and this is my company. I do use QuickBooks each and every day. For the purposes of this tutorial, it doesn't really matter if you have a different version of QuickBooks. We're not going to be doing anything that complicated or in-depth that varies from one version of QuickBooks to another. So you'll be just fine. Okay, so we're going to start by making a brand new company. So, well, first of all, and you know what, feel free to pause this video at any point if I'm going too fast for you. We do go kind of fast in this video, so feel free to pause if your computer is running slow or anything like that. So I want you to go ahead and open up QuickBooks right now, and once you've got that open, I want you to go to File and New Company, just like that. And then QuickBooks is going to pull up a start screen for us. Now this is called the QuickBooks Easy Step Interview, which is a great process to go through. It's very thorough. It asks you a lot of questions about how your company is run and how it does things financially, that all things that are important for getting you a good QuickBooks file set up. But today we're going to skip right over this. Because we're not going to go that in depth today. I just want to get you comfortable and see a little bit of what QuickBooks can do. So we're going to skip the interview. Like I said, you can come back to this later. It is going to ask us some basic company information, and feel free, like I said, to pause the video and actually type in your real company information here. I'm just going to type in basically some stuff to get going, and I'll skip over the rest of this right now. I'm going to say next. Now QuickBooks asks us what kind of company, what kind of business you're running, and you'll see in a little bit why. But this is an important step. So maybe pause the video for a minute or two and just go through this list, figure out which one best matches you. If you're not sure, just go for general business. It won't really be that big of a deal. And I want to emphasize too that what we're doing here today is not going to mess you up. If you find out that you didn't like how you did something today, it's not really a big deal. QuickBooks is a lot like Microsoft Word. Like in Microsoft Word, you can type up a letter or make a document, save it, and then make a brand new document. You can make hundreds and hundreds of files if you want to. And QuickBooks is actually the same way. It's not like you create a company and then you're stuck with it forever. You can actually make brand new company files and start over from scratch if you feel like you need to do that. So I just say that to say, don't feel like anything we do today is written in stone, or that you'll make a mistake that'll break the program forever or anything like that. Okay, so for today we're just going to say general business, and then I'm going to say next. And now it asks me where I want to save this, so I'm going to just save it on my desktop. You can save it wherever you like on your computer, so it's going to be easy for you to remember and to get back to later. So now it's just thinking and creating that company file. This takes a minute or so, depending on how fast your computer is. Hopefully mine doesn't embarrass me right now. Still thinking. And okay, our file is made. So, uh, for my version of QuickBooks, this is what comes up. This is the screen that comes up at the start. Yours might look a little different than this. No big deal if it does. I'm just going to close out the screen because it's something you might want to go over later, but we don't really need to do this. So I'm going to close that screen. And this is the home page that comes up for me. Again, your version of QuickBooks might look a little different, but that's okay. That's okay if it does. Okay, so I'm going to close out of this because I personally don't like using it very much. So today, just to get you started, actually what I want you to do, and go ahead and pause the video because you probably don't have this right in front of you, but just to get you some experience using QuickBooks, I want you to get your last month's bank statement out because we're going to enter in everything that happened on your last month's bank statement. So go ahead and pause the video now and go get that. Okay, so I'm assuming you've got that bank statement in hand with you. And we're going to use that to get started here. So first I want you to go to your list menu and choose chart of accounts. Okay, and that's going to come up. Okay, now first step we're going to take here is we need to make a new account. The reason is, okay, I'm just going to assume that that bank statement that you have is a checking account and it's not anything fancy or out of the ordinary. So what we're going to do, this is your chart of accounts, and it lists all of the different, well, you can see over here your types. That means, here are your expenses, some payroll liability account right here. So we're going to make a couple new accounts right now so you can use that bank statement. So I want you to go to the account button and choose new. Or if you like using keyboard shortcuts, you can hit the Control N button. So I'm going to say new. And first we're going to set up a bank account. You see there are a lot of different types of accounts we can set up. First we're going to do bank, and we're going to call this our checking account. Nothing else that we need to fill in here right now. I'm just going to say OK. And the other thing I want you to do is we're going to make one more account, just for the fun of it, right? So again, we hit account, new, and this one we're going to say is income. We're going to have an income account for you, and here we're going to type in sales. Obviously, you'll probably want to go back at a later time and get more specific. If you've got a toy store, you might name the accounts toy sales, toy repair income, delivery income, that kind of thing. Now, that's a bit more detail than we're going to get into today, but it at least gets you thinking about some of the possibilities. Okay, so that's it for video number 1. Please move on along to video number 2 of the QuickBooks tutorial series.